Hey, howdy everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're checking out the new Spiritbox album, Tsunami C. I'm excited for this. I'm a certified Spiritbox Glazer, and I consider Eternal Blue to be one of the best metalcore albums I've ever heard. So I'm excited for this. I heard the 3 singles. I believe there were only 3, Perfect Soul, Soft Spine, and No Loss, No Love. Perfect Soul is my favorite out of the 3. I think the melody in that was really good. Soft Spine was all right. It would have been better if it was faster. I played it at 1.5 and 2 times speed on the YouTube video, and it actually went way harder at a faster speed. I just think it's too slow. It doesn't have enough of that slow groove vibe to justify being slow. And then No Loss, No Love was just great. That's one of their best heavier songs. So I'm excited to hear how this goes. I've heard there's some slower songs. I've gotten slightly spoiled in that I know that A Haven with 2 Faces and Deep End are slower. I think, if I'm interpreting what my Discord has been saying correctly. But I haven't been clicking spoiler tags, but people have been sending things without spoiler tags. But it's fine because that's all I know now. All right, let's get into this. I'm excited. 43-minute album. Great length. Let's see if it can just be normal for that length. I don't want anything crazy. I don't want them to just repeat the same things over and over again. I don't need a long album that's boring. But it's Spiritbox, so it should be at least entertaining. Let's go. Track 1, Fat Morgan. I also really... Okay. I also don't really like the album art. Just gonna say it. And I wish they would not retroactively change their stuff, because I want Eternal Blue's color back. I hate that it's black and white. I despise it. And it makes me not want to go listen to that album again because it's black and white now. And that's how my brain works. Fun start to the album, okay. This goes hard. Oh, this is fun. I really like this. Yeah, back to this riff. Nice switch up for the second half. I love these chords. Oh, this is really good. Nice. Eternal Blue had the same kind of thing where the first few tracks flowed together, and I really liked that about that album. Oh, it's got that bounce. Woo! This is fun. What are those vocals? That's weird. Yo, dude, I'm really liking this album so far, actually. This on top of the singles that I know I enjoy at least a little bit. This could be a really good album. Also, I feel like it's going to be one that gets better as I listen to it too, because that's what Eternal Blue was for me. Oh, yeah. This part is such a vibe. I love this. Okay. This is kind of like a, yeah, that's a breakdown, kind of breakdown. This is going to go right into Perfect Soul, isn't it? Okay. That was stupid. That was not a transition. Now, the chorus in this song is really good, and that's what elevates it for me. Instrumentally, this song is pretty mid. Vocally, the song is peak. Like, this riff sucks, dude. This riff is not a good riff. This is the most boring, generic riff I've ever heard in my life. But Courtney's vocals carry the song. That's almost an era-level riff in terms of how bad it is. But, you know, I love Courtney's vocals, so that's what I focus on. All right, let me actually talk now, since there's a bit of a break here. Okay, I like that less than when I first heard it. I actually didn't listen to it anymore after I heard it the first time, because I don't like to do that. I don't really listen to singles. I listen to albums all the way through. First 2 songs were really good. I liked the vibe. I liked the bounce. They were nothing special to write home about in terms of like vocals or memorable moments there. That was more so just like really nice atmosphere songs where the bounce and the groove was really cool. And I really liked that. So those could grow on me. And Perfect Soul I like less, which then puts No Loss, No Love as my favorite of the singles. Sorry to the Perfect Soul fans, but the song was not as good on a repeat listen. Let's keep going. Okay, I really like this melody. I would have liked if it stayed clean. This did not need to go heavy. They needed to have like a big atmospheric slower part. Like go like halftime and build the atmosphere with Courtney's. I want to call her Corey. I want to call her my name. With Courtney's soaring vocals. I need someone to break my... It's like the same melody as that. See, I wanted like this. This is what I want as a pre-chorus, but more Courtney vocals than this. Yeah, that was okay. I feel like it wasn't memorable enough. Parts of the melody were really good, but there wasn't enough of the good parts to that, so I didn't really feel any emotional attachment to that. That was good. This album's okay so far. First two tracks are pretty solid. Let's keep going. Soft Spine. I wish there's a way I could speed it up like you can with the podcast, because this song goes hard at double the speed, but it's just too slow. Can't you picture how good this is at 1.5 times speed? Hang on, you know what? I'm pulling it up. I've heard this song. I know how it goes. I'm listening to it, but at 1.5 times speed. This is one that I have gone back to and I've listened to a little bit more because of the speed thing. And I can confirm after multiple tests, it is much better at 1.5 times speed. So let's listen to it at 1.5 times speed. Watch how much harder this goes. You ready? You're not ready for this. You are not ready for this. See? Now, it is a little bit distorted and it is a little bit weird. So you know what I'm actually going to do right now? Because this song is really good at a faster speed, I'm going to take this song, put it into FL Studio, and speed it up without the distortion. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Just for fun, because you all know how this song goes. I know how this song goes. Let's listen to it at 1.5 times speed so I can prove my point. It's so good. We're listening to the whole thing this way. Here we go. It's so much better like this. Oh, the halftime hits so hard too. Isn't that peak? Now you go back and you listen to it like this. Yeah, anyway, you listen to it like that, does not hit as hard. Just bumping up the speed a little bit makes the song far better. All right, let's keep going. Title track, Please Be Good. Let's Go Cleans. That's good. It feels weirdly auto-tuned though. It's weirdly auto-tuned to the point that it feels strange, not like an interesting artistic choice. It feels weirder. Yeah, some good melodies in that track. Didn't quite hit, and it felt a little bit too repetitive and formulaic for me. I'm looking for like a really good slower ballad track from this. Something like Constance, or like the title song off of Eternal Blue. The main thing that I love about Eternal Blue whole as an album is just the melodies, and also Silk in the Strings, but mainly the melodies. And that's kind of missing from here. I feel like the melodies aren't quite as good as on Eternal Blue. They're still decent. And Courtney's voice is still great. I would love to hear her voice on like something really soft. I wanted to do like an album of just acoustic ballads. I think she would kill that. Is this the two faces that are on the album cover? Presumably. This is good. I hope you. Yeah, this part's great. Now, where are we going for this last half? Because this is the longest song on the album, and it already feels like we've done the whole song thing. Oh, good vocals. That clean held note into the scream. Nice. Bringing back the lyrics about the two faces from earlier. Nice. That melody is so good. Good song. I liked that one. That's one of the better ones in this album. You know, something that Spiritbox doesn't get enough credit for is their lyricism. And although they're, you know, a for the most part, pretty generic modern metalcore band, their lyrics are really good. And they invoke such cool imagery. And I really like listening to the lyrics. That's not something that you can say about most modern metal bands, but Spiritbox is one of them. They're really well done. And I don't think people appreciate them as much. Another album that came out recently that the complete opposite, lyric-wise, is that new Architects album. How about that one, huh? I'm not going to do a reaction to it. And it's not because I've heard a lot of it already, but I'm not going to just do a video on that one because I just know it's not going to be something I like, because I already don't like Architects. Like, everything I've heard from them, I haven't liked. And so I don't think that listening to this album would make me like it more. I think this would only solidify my dislike for them. So I'm just not going to listen to their new album. If you're expecting me to do that, I'm not. Let's continue this, because this next song is a song that I really like, and it's probably the best song on this album. It's very short though, it's under 3 minutes. Now this is a heavy song with a good tempo. Really good lyrics too, and lyrical flow. This part is so peak, and then when it comes back later too, unbelievable. Oh, reminds me of Silk and the Strings. That's probably why I like it so much. The Silk and the Strings is their best heavy song. Dude, the lyrical flow is really good on this song too. The delivery of it is just so really like peak, like it's you know, like good. Peak breakdown coming up, except it's too short. You know, I was really hoping that would transition into the next song, but it did not. Either way, really good song, far too short. It needed to be longer. But the vocal delivery on that and the little like talking sections were so peak. What is this? Is this why people were talking about Nightcore in my Discord? I missed the origin of that. But there's like some discussion about Nightcore that was brought up. This sounds like Nightcore. This is different and interesting. I'm not sure how much I like it, but it's at least different. Not a bad song. It kind of reminded me of something that Darko would do, just in terms of the vibe and like the weird beginning part of that song. It kind of reminded me of like a Darkoism type song. Oh, I really like this actually. This is a great intro to this song. Wait, this is great so far, at least. Woo! Okay, dude, no, I really like this. I think this is my favorite non-single song so far. If this keeps up consistently, like, good quality to the end of the song, then yeah. Good, I was hoping for a chorus extension. Hold these words a little longer. Now that feels like a deserved payoff. This is the best song so far. Oh yeah, dude, best song, possibly best song on the album. I think just because they did such a good job of having the progression progress and feel the progression progressed. It felt very natural and very earned, especially with that breakdown section in the middle. I really loved everything about that track. That's how you do like a structured track like that very well, because it was still pretty much like standard structure of the song, but it was done really well. And the vibe was incredible too. That might be my favorite track on the album. Oh, what is this? Is this Loathe? What am I listening to? These chords are so Loathe. Oh, weird, dude. These melodies are great. Of course, classic, gotta throw that chord in. Very, very Loathe. This is great. Oh, a little acoustic guitar. Let's go, peak. I adore this section. This is great. Courtney needs an acoustic side project like this. Oh, you could have gone on for another minute and stretched out that atmosphere and done some like when Lo does like the and those chords like pulse in that song. I forget exactly what song it is, but it's one of the songs off of I Let It In, and it's so good. Okay, all right, and that was Spiritbox's new album Tsunami Sea. Let's talk about this. I think it's good. I think it's good. Overall, I enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to enjoy it more on subsequent listens. Standout tracks, obviously, Ride the Wave, Deep End. Those are the two best tracks in the album. I think No Loss, No Love, just because of it being so short, just falls a little bit for me, but I think that's number 3. And then after that, I'd put Fat Morgan and Black Rainbow. And then I'd put... No. Haven with Two Faces is up there too. I forgot about that one. I don't remember that one as much as Ride the Wave and Deep End, though. I feel like that one's not quite as memorable. I don't know. I mean, who am I to say if it's memorable or not? I've heard it once. Yeah, Crystal Roses was mid. Title track was mid. Keep Sweet was mid. But overall, more good tracks than mid tracks. And even the tracks I'm saying are mid, I truly do mean mid. Not in the sense of bad, but just like kind of average. So I don't mean that they're bad. I just mean that I heard them and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a Spiritbox song. Yeah. Definitely not as good as Eternal Blue, because I consider that album to be a masterpiece. But this I think kind of falls a little flat for me. But I'm gonna say it goes hard. I gotta point over here now. I gotta get used to pointing over here, because that's where my new rankings drop down from. Goes hard. This goes hard, and it has the potential to grow, because I feel like some of these tracks are gonna be some big growers, especially the first two, especially Fat Morgan and Black Rainbow. Those are gonna grow on me. The rest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the ones that I called mid are going to grow as much, but I think the last two tracks especially, I'm going to really love listening to on repeat listens. Overall, pretty decent album. Not album of the year material, but it has the potential to be one that I come back to a lot. I guess kind of my big gripes with everything overall is just that it feels kind of like loud. And I know that's kind of a meme that Long Raccoon posted in my Discord, that the waveform is just like the whole time. But I did feel it. I was kind of feeling like ear fatigue, if that makes sense. Like my ears were kind of getting tired of how loud it was constantly, which is kind of weird because I listen to loud music voice crack. I listen to loud music all the time, but it just felt I don't know what the word is. It felt oppressively loud. It was just like loud for the sake of loud. I would have loved more softer moments for things to breathe, but even the softer tracks, they still had to have heavy sections and stuff like. Just do a straight up ballad, bro. Just become Vola is what I'm asking them to do, basically. I just want them to become prog. They have a lot of potential. I think instrumentally, the album has a few standouts, like Ride the Wave and Deep End were great instrumentally. Courtney's voice obviously carries the whole thing, because instrumentally on the rest of the album, I thought it was just okay. It's kind of forgettable. Courtney's voice is what you latch onto and you let that carry you through the album. But I think if it wasn't for Courtney, if it was just some other generic voice, I don't know, her voice is very unique. But if it was another generic voice and the instrumentals were generic, I don't think I would like it as much. But as it stands, I still enjoy it. It's a good album. It's a pretty good album. All right. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Thank you as always for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.